Kapa Hawaiian FM 100.3, 99.1, and online at kaparadio.com. Another edition of the Kapa Cafe, and we're so excited. As promised, we're talking story this Aloha Friday with Dillan Pakele. Aloha and good morning, Dillan.
How are you, bro?
Family, how's it?
We've been so excited to see the progress and how you've been moving with this musical journey. I mean, God bless, you are the son of Kaulana Pakele, like we've been talking about, a dear friend of ours, and of course, lead singer of Mana'o Company, and also he was the lead singer for Ehukai. And today we're talking with the offspring, you know, not saying that we used to change your diapers or anything, but your musical journey. Tell us about where you're at with that right now.
Oh man, so we just released the song and it was yesterday, and there's a song called Nothing Now, and we also released a song back in November. It was a song called Forgive Me. So it's been a crazy ride so far, trying to figure out how to navigate and how to do all of this and how to, like, you know, record the music, and it's just been a really crazy journey, and I'm glad I get to do it with my ohana.
Dillan, how old are you now?
I am 23. I'll be 24 this year.
Okay, so you are the age of your father when I was blessed to, and also not blessed to, hang with him.
What? That's crazy.
He was you look much more responsible than he at his age.
Hey, don't talk about my friend like that.
All the musicians know, bro. We all love and miss Kaulana, but there was things that made him Kaulana. Being the son of somebody like Kaulana, who is now left a stamp in Hawaiian and reggae music, he is now what we call an icon. You know, before you were the son of the guy who played with Mana'o Company. Now you're like the son of icon. Through the process of trying to make music during the morning at the same time, it must have been some crazy pressure. How did you get through that time of wondering what to do with music, if you were going to do music?
That's the crazy thing is we only started, for me personally, I only started singing music or doing music in the past, maybe it was like 2019, 2020. We started a group, me, Dad, and Kamale, called Pakele Mele. And that's really where the music journey started. Dad wanted to get us playing at Moani's in Kapale on Oahu. And he wanted us to start building stage presence, learning how to sing and learning how to entertain. And that's where it really started for me, because I realized my love for music was in recording and writing music. I love that. But entertaining is a whole nother side of it that we had to learn and figure out. And so Dad was always the front runner for everything. He was always the talker. So me and Kamale would kind of just sing, and Dad would entertain. And so when Dad passed, it was like, how do we do this? How do we do this without our front man, our person that talks, that plays the guitar, that sings most of the songs? And it was crazy because I didn't even play guitar before Dad passed. So in this past year, since he passed in May 25th, 2020, I've had to learn how to play guitar in that time frame and learn how to entertain and learn how to do all those things. And it's been a struggle without Dad being here physically, but I know that he guides our steps spiritually, and I know that everything that he's taught us, it's forced us to bring it out whenever we're on the stage, and everything that he would do, now we're kind of replicating it and slowly trying to figure out, watch videos and study how he would do it. And it's really been a crazy journey so far, trying to figure all of it out. But
you know, your dad didn't he upon joining Mana'o Company, he was just an ukulele player. So I remember him starting to bring a guitar to more of the gigs when he was making his transformation. And he was diligent about not going into that group as an ukulele player. He wanted to have a solid basic guitar. So I just remember him putting in that work to get good at playing guitar, you know, a solid rhythm and everything. And so, you know, it's in the DNA, bro.
oh man, I pray. I hope so.
That's exciting though, Dillan. So exciting. You want to know why though? I mean, I think that the steps that you guys are taking in exactly executing what he envisioned is probably the biggest blessing of all, because you're able to hone in exactly. It's not like trying to figure it out, although it seems that way, it's specific. He prepped you, he was training you, and now you're at a point now where you're like, okay, all right, I got to really figure this out to move this forward. That's huge.
Thank you.
How big is how big a help has Uncle Danny been in through all this?
Oh my gosh, without Uncle Danny, like he's been like he's helped us with so much things, especially with the song Forgive Me. He's helped us to push it out, and just without him, I don't know what we would have done. He helped us with so much, and I'm forever grateful for him. He's helped us with a lot since Dad passed. So yes, he's helped us a lot.
What has he done to I guess help you, push you in the direction to, you know, start releasing things?
So when we had like Forgive Me, we didn't really understand like the marketing game and trying to figure out like, okay, how do we get it out to the radio stations? How do we, what do we do after we record the song? And everything after recording the song, I had no clue what to do. And so Uncle Danny was the person that just made all of that happen. And I realized with this song, Nothing Now, we kind of tried to do it on our own. And I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, Uncle Danny did so much. I didn't realize how much work it takes, how much emailing, how much like just work goes into trying to put out the song. And Uncle Danny he helped a lot. And just even being there for us as a family, it's been a lot for us.
It's amazing. Go ahead, Jess.
I was going to ask is there, were you guys working on a family recording before Dad passed?
So the crazy thing is I haven't really told a lot of people about this, but on Forgive Me, Dad is doing my single before that I released in November. He's doing all the background harmonies in that song. So that's actually him. And then we had another track that we were working on that has Dad's harmonies on it as well. But those were the two songs that we had that we recorded together. So we didn't have like, the goal was for in 2020 and 2021, we wanted to make a Pakele Mele CD or album, and we didn't get to it. So it's just, we think about that all the time. But that was the goal. We wanted to do that. And with me, Kamale, Dad, and possibly Kainoa. So I get sad thinking about it.
One of the things that I really took away with at the funeral was, and every time that I get to see you guys, is the way you guys embrace. Like there's people that like honey and hug for there's an embrace. You guys is like half hour, like and I say that kiddingly, but at the same time I'm like in hugging all of you, like you didn't grow up in my era. Kainoa did. So when I was able to hug Kainoa, you could feel all the like, oh, I saw him running around and chasing him around and in my head during that time. Is that something that Dad instilled with you guys? And I'm sure Mom, of course, but is that something, you were brought up with from the get-go?
I think definitely watching Dad throughout my life, I've had different phases of just thinking about who he was and stuff. And I realized like towards the end, maybe like the past 2 years, I realized how big like aloha was to Dad. And I for myself, I had to really define what does that word mean to me throughout my life. But in the past 2 years, since I came back from college, I spent a lot of time with Dad and going with him to gigs, going with him to kanikopilas, playing at people's houses. And just the aloha that Dad always give all the time, always giving it. I realized like that it's so important to give that aloha, whether it's in a hug, whether it's playing music, whether it's jamming, talking story, giving advice to people, whatever you can do, give that aloha. And the everybody supporting us throughout all of this has been crazy.
Dylan, I also think that, on an auntie level, that the creation of music is so part of the healing process that it, losing both of my parents at a very young age, in my early 30s, I would say, not easy. You're 23, 24. And so I do believe, though, having an outlet like music, like what Dad was into, is such a beautiful thing. And I think in radio, the one thing that I walk away with and why I continue to do what I do is because of the legacy that these musicians and artists, their passion is documented forever. So your Dillan, your mo'opunas, 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 mo'opuna is going to listen to your voice one day. When they're having a hard time, when they're having an experience in life, they're going to go back to this mele and go, oh, my tutu sang that song, and listen to the words. What's the story behind that? Oh, that was written because of his father. You know what I mean? So the legacy and the intention is not just for the present. That intention is going to be carried on from your next generation, and the thereafter and thereafter. And I think that is a powerful foundation, part of your Ohana foundation that dad is set, that will forever live. You know what I mean? That's, to me, how many people would just, their thoughts of even recording a song is so far-fetched. And here at this age, you're doing it. You're accomplishing it. You're figuring it out. That is huge. So I have to say that I have to commend you and your family for sticking with that and really doing it. It's powerful. It's so powerful.
Thank you. That's been such like a big word ever since dad passed. And I think it's popped up in my mind so much, is the word legacy. That's crazy that you say that, because that's all I think about, is like, if we don't do all these things, then dad's legacy ends there. And I couldn't accept that. I didn't want that to happen.
And that's great motivation, Dillan. That's great motivation, you know? It's great motivation, because you know why? I say this again with my auntie hat on, it's not about you. It's about the legacy. You see what I'm saying? That's what dad did. It was about how to prep you folks for the legacy. And now you've taken the seed and you're preparing the legacy. You're doing it. That's magical. It's magical. Not that this is an anti moment, but I'm just saying it's magical. It's so magical. So I want to know about the writing process. Now, you shared a little bit about how you love the writing process. Tell us about this new mele.
Oh man, so there's this song that I released yesterday. It's called Nothing Now. And this song I actually wrote back in high school. I was going through a breakup at the time. And I just really wanted to share my feelings with this song with other people and with the world, because I feel like it's something that we all struggle with. And a lot of us have at least struggled with in our life when, you know, there's a breakup that happens in a friendship or relationship. And it's really something hard to navigate. And I just wanted to give people an outlet where they could hear the music and heal from it. You know, it's something for me in my life. It took a big toll in my life from like 3 different relationships I was in. And definitely the music has been an outlet for me. So I hope it can be an outlet for other people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, when it comes to writing the lyrics, okay, how about the melody? Did you create that as well?
Yeah, it's crazy because I wrote this song 4 years ago, and I did come up with the melody, but dad has also been an instrumental part of this song. In the recording of this song, the bass line throughout the music, it's actually dad's idea. I had a recording from before. Dad played the bass line, and when I took it into the studio, I had Imua Garza, which is the person that produced it. He replicated dad's bass line. So when you hear the song, it's dad's bass. So it's like he's still part of the music. He's still in it. It's his idea. And so there's so much things in the music that
that's so
crazy.
Cool. That's
when you hear
so
the reggae
cool.
part, it's like I imagine dad playing the bass.
Yeah.
It's like him, I can feel him playing it, you know?
Yeah.
This is available all digital formats as we speak then.
Yes. As we
Awesome.
speak.
Awesome. Awesome. So can people follow you, or can people, you know, where as far as your family music, you personally, what are the social media platforms?
Okay, so my social media, anything on social media for me, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, it's at Dillan Pakele. I have a website, it's dillanpakele.com. And then we have a business that me and mom, it was dad and mom's dream. It's a business called Pakele Entertainment. That's where we do a lot of our, when we do gigs and stuff and people want to book, we go through that, and that's on Instagram. Pakele Entertainment, and we also have a family journey page called Pakele Mele. And yeah, those are our 3 pages. That's on Instagram. So yes, those are the pages to follow.
Awesome. Awesome.
You know, as we continue talking about legacy, you still playing ball, man?
Oh, you know me, I can't live without playing ball. That's how I keep all this off.
You know, that was one thing.
I don't play more though.
That was one thing about your dad, man. He was always his other love was playing ball.
Oh man, don't even get me started on that. Me and Dad always.
It was something. Any chance he would get, he would be like Al Bundy talking about his state championship days.
91.
Yeah, 91, boo. You can take that to the bank, boo.
I know. Stop it, you. That's the same year as me. So we go way back. I know. We always talked about that. Always talked about that. And we won't talk about how he thought he made like he was a UH Vulcan student at UH Hilo. Yeah, no. He frequented the campus so often, everybody thought he was a real student. Maybe
just never actually been in class.
Yeah, he was at the dorms though. He was definitely at the dorms. Dillan, it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. Please keep us posted on new music as it comes up, and we'll continue to share the Pakele legacy on Kapa Hawaiian FM.
Yes.
Okay, and here it is. We're debuting it right now. Dillan Pakele, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Kapa.
You say you love me, but you don't. You say you care, but you don't care anymore. Only about yourself. Promise to be here, but you're not. Broken promises is what you gave to me. Only about yourself. Through the mountains I came down to show you I love it. But now that you got your share, you got it away. And I said, forget about all those times we had. Forget about all those things we said. There's nothing now. Forget about all those promises. Forget about all those plans we made. There's nothing now. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's nothing now. I remember the days when it was just me and you and me, all of the time. What happened to that? And all those times we would talk, we would walk, we would argue and dream a lot. I couldn't take my eyes off of you, but you took them off of me. Yeah. Maybe one day God will bring me back to you. Until then, I need you out of my head. So love, forget about all those times we had. Forget about all those things we said. There's nothing now. Forget about all those promises. Forget about